Oh, hello everyone. I hope you had an extraordinary, phenomenal week of growth, personal development, love, and connection. Because today is all about how you can level up your life. And I don't know about you, but this is the type of thing that we need to invest more time into, more energy into, because creating your life by design requires intention, time, and it also means that we have to plan and prepare, but it means that we've got to level up because we are worthy of receiving all of our desires and achieving all of our dreams. And I think today is a really good podcast just to give you 3 powerful ways that you can level up your life so that you can live your best life and be an inspiration and motivation for all of those people around you. Today is exciting. We're going to be discussing 3 powerful ways to level up your life. So whether you're seeking personal growth, personal success, or simply a more fulfilling life, these strategies are sure to set you on your path to greatness.
Yeah.
Do you love that?
Love it.
I love that. It's exciting. So
basically, before we dive into it today, though, let's take a moment to understand what it means to actually level up in life. What does that mean? It's about continuously improving, expanding your skills, embracing new opportunities, anything that really challenges us to become a better version of ourselves.
How cool is that?
Like, seriously, without any further ado, I reckon we need to jump straight into this because I think there's just so much to share and we want to try and really keep this short because I know some of you have a life that you're really busy and you've got like things to do. So you've allocated maybe 20 minutes for us today. So I'm going to make sure that we get through all the really important stuff and that you really understand, starting straight away with what are the benefits.
And you wouldn't be here unless you wanted to level up your life. And if you're feeling lost and confused and you don't have clarity about what you want to do and how you want to do it, but you're feeling that there's something lost and you're not being the person you want to be and you're not having the life that you thought that you were meant to have, then today is a podcast for you. So we're going to jump straight in and we're going to talk about what are some of the benefits of leveling up your life. So there are numerous benefits to leveling up your life. Like, look at us. We just love living life. But what are some of the benefits? So some of the key advantages that come with embracing personal growth and striving to become the best version of yourself. Number 1, right? We increase our self-confidence. And we've spoken about this before. When we feel more confident, we achieve more, we take more risks, we radiate a different frequency and a different energy, and we attract more opportunities into our world. You'll start achieving more goals, you'll overcome your challenges, and you'll witness personal growth. You hear me say this all the time. Are you green and growing or are you brown and rotting? Because that is a choice. And when we're not green and growing, we're not growing. We're not leveling up. We're sitting in our comfort zone. We're proving to the brain that the brain is cool and the brain's trying to keep us safe when really we need to boot ourselves out of our comfort zone. So progress builds a strong sense of self-confidence. So when we're making progress, we feel better. And that spills over to every single area of our life. Like it spills into our health, our mental and emotional well-being, our friends, our family, our mission, and our experiences, even our
finances, your spirit, all of it.
You'll start to believe in all of your abilities and have the courage, because it does take courage to step out of your comfort zone, to take on new opportunities.
So we've said this before, opportunities are everywhere.
All right, number 2.
You've also got a greater resilience. This is the second thing. When you level up your life, you develop a resilience mindset. You learn to bounce back from setbacks. And we were talking about this just in one of the other podcasts, if you just go back a couple of episodes, about the importance of that bounce back. Because that bounce back, basically, you view failures as learning experiences, and you keep moving forward rather than sitting in the, oh, well, that didn't work, my life sucks, I can't do it. And the resilience allows you to handle obstacles with grace. All right, so you can actually get less dramatic. You adapt to change much quicker, which is really helpful because life is forever changing. Nothing's ever in a straight line.
True.
And you maintain a positive outlook even during challenging times. When things are really hard, you find the way to see the good. the glass half full rather than there's no water in my glass at all.
And let's face it, everyone could say right now in the last 3 years, there's been some challenging times. You also get to expand opportunities. So leveling up opens doors to new opportunities, and we are fans of creating an abundance of opportunities. So as you grow personally and professionally, you'll become more visible and attract opportunities that align with your ambition. It also aligns with your desires and your dreams. So whether it's your career, new relationships, or exciting adventures, leveling up broadens your horizons and it exposes you to a wider range of possibilities.
And that's awesome.
That is.
Otherwise, life's boring because you do the same thing all the time. There's no growth.
Green and growing, baby. Green and growing.
The other thing it also does is it improves your relationships, because personal growth often leads to better relationships with the people around you. As you level up, you develop stronger emotional intelligence. So you're able to actually react better. Yeah.
Ooh.
You have better communication skills. So you can actually language what it is that you need to language without losing your shit and screaming. And you get basically a greater capacity for empathy for others, because you come from a place of understanding rather than a place of judgment. Now, this enables you to build way deeper connections with people around you. You can resolve conflict way more effectively with people around you, whether that's at work or in your family and with friends.
Even with your significant other, when you have leveled up yourself, you get to explain your needs because you now understand them. So we can resolve conflict more effectively. Like without us leveling up every year, like this is our goal, is we want what areas are we going to level up in, and what is success to us may not be the same area of success for you, but our connection and our communication is way better. And every year it just gets better and better. Every year, like we're way more proactive than we are reactive. We don't get anywhere near as triggered anymore. We're not emotionally reactive anymore. Not that we've ever been highly emotionally reactive in our marriage. However, we know there are people out there that this is a big deal for. So if you can just level up a little bit, this will help your relationships. It'll help your marriages. It'll help how you connect with your children, your significant other, your boss, your friends, those mother-in-law, the father-in-law, all of those people that you think you're having conflict with right now. Enhanced well-being. Now, we know we all want to be healthier. We all want to be fitter. We all want to show up with vitality. So leveling up your life prioritizes self-care and overall well-being. By taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually or emotionally, you'll experience higher levels of energy. And remember, we've spoken about this. Energy is contagious. Energy is everything. What you bring to the party is energy. Like, who wants to hang out with a sad sack? Oh, no, listen, no one's talking. Not one person is talking right now. Like, everyone is attracted to a different energy, and not everyone wants a high energy, but you know the vibe that you want to align with, attract, and hang out with. So, when we bring higher levels of energy, we reduce our stress and it improves our overall health. This holistic approach to well-being, it enhances our quality of life and allows us to thrive in all areas. Because when we're not able to bring energy to our world, right, if we're really finding things really hard, and Rob spoke about it today in our training, Rob Dow, and he was saying, like, what are you aligning with and what are you not aligning with? Because that has a direct correlation between your energy and your health. And most people don't see that. Most people don't understand that when we're not aligned with things that light us up, our health is a consequence. Increased fulfillment.
Yeah, leveling up and just involves pursuing your passions and setting and achieving meaningful goals, and aligning your actions with your values. So you feel like you're in alignment with what it is that you really, really want. So everything you're doing is driving you in a really positive, energized, fulfilling direction. And as a result of all of that, you experience a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose in life.
Yes.
Everything
I
you
love
are
it.
interested in, you're working towards, rather than doing stuff that you don't care about, which is draining your energy. When Ursula's
Yeah.
talking about energy before. So you'll wake up every day with a sense of excitement and drive, and knowing that today is going to be an incredible day because you are creating your life by design.
Like, we are really
what we
challenged.
love.
Like, that's one of the things. Like, we wake up every day excited. Like, people are going, how can you not be excited if you don't have a life, one that scares you? This is what Tony Robbins says. If your dreams don't scare you, go back to bed and get another dream. Like, you want to be able to get up and think, holy shit, how can I go and live my dreams right now? Because I don't want to waste another moment. Like, we're a long time dead, people.
Yep.
All right.
Last one.
Continuously growth and
Continuous.
Good God. Listen to Here I go
Continuous
again.
growth and learning.
The journey of leveling up is always ongoing. People say, well, when does this personal development stop, Ish?
Yeah, I did it last week. That's another
It
one.
doesn't work. Like, I have this with gratitude. It just doesn't work. Well, really? How long did it take you to walk? Like, we go over and over and over and over and over again. Like, if you stop training and you eat junk food, what happens? Your body changes shape, right? Is it good or bad? That's your decision. But this is something, I hope that I'm going to be a lifelong learner. I hope that I never stop growing. So I want to constantly level up. I want to learn new things. I want to have new strategies. I want to apply new tools. I want to share those tools so that I can make other people's lives easier. So by embracing continuous growth and learning, you'll constantly expand your knowledge, your skills, and we get to change our perspective on things. Like, I don't know about you, but 5 years ago, I was a completely different person. Probably 5 minutes ago, I was a completely different person. So if you're constantly upgrading, this can only mean a good thing. So in summary, leveling up your life brings forth increased confidence, resilience, expands opportunities, improves relationships, enhances well-being, increases fulfillment, and a lifelong commitment to growth and learning.
Wow.
Just
Why would you
allow
not?
all of those to come across you? Just filter in that bath of all those beautiful words. It's a transformative journey that empowers you to live a purposeful, fulfilling, and successful life. And we're not here to talk about what success means to you, because success to me is different to what it means to Sam and what it means to you. All right. So let's talk about 3 strategies that we can use and we can give to everybody to help them level up their life. Yeah. What would the 3, what would they be?
So one is to cultivate a growth mindset.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Number 2 is to prioritize self-care. And number 3 is continuous learning.
Oh,
so you see there's a bit of a theme here. It's about mindset growth stuff, right? Learning.
It's always everything starts with your mind. If you do not want to do something, it starts in the mind. If you're not happy about something, change your mind, change your life. Change your mind, change your life. Change your thinking, change your life. It always comes down to mindset. All right.
So basically with what does cultivating a mindset really mean? It's basically, it is the belief that your abilities and your intelligence can be developed through dedication, through some hard work, and learning from your setbacks. Yes. And I think that learning from your setbacks is one of the biggest ones, because
it's fastest one for us, isn't it?
Well, it's not a growth mindset. If every time you have a disappointment or something didn't work out the way you expected, then you have a complete meltdown about it and you just throw the toys out of the cot and refuse to carry on. That growth mindset is actually all about going, oh, well, that didn't quite work out. What do I need to change to make it work? What did I do that time? Okay, that didn't work. Let's try it this way. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try this way. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try this way, and keep trying. That's around growth mindset, rather than having a negative attitude to failures.
And if you haven't read Grant Cardone's book 10X, that guy changed my thinking around a growth mindset and around embracing opportunities. And I did the audio when we were in Tijuana one year, and I've never ever forgotten it. And Sam was driving, and I would just be like, stop. And she'd be like, what? I'm like, oh, sorry, I just want to go over what he just said. Like, this is so powerful. And when you think about setbacks, and I used to be the type of person, my bounce back was so much longer than what it is today. And I'd just sit and dwell in the crap and think about all the things that I've done wrong and the judgment and the failure and all that. And then when I read his book, actually I read the book after we did High Performance Academy with Brendan Burchard. So no wonder I was in a good mindset right then. And he says, figure out 10 ways. There's 10 ways to skin that cat. So figure out 10 ways. So if you think you've only tried one, you've got 9 more ways to go. And I was like, well, we've applied that principle. And let me tell you, we only get to 4 or 5 ways, don't we? We only get to 4 or 5. It's like everything is figure outable. Have you tried that? No, but it doesn't work. But it doesn't work. But try this. Try something different. So learn from your setbacks.
So how do you do that? Basically, you have to cultivate a growth mindset. And you got to do that by setting ambitious goals that stretch your abilities. So don't just go for the things that are easy. Stretch your abilities.
It's fun, right?
Break those into smaller, manageable steps. And then you've got to celebrate your progress along the way. So set a goal that's a little bit scary. Like I said, if it doesn't scare you, go back to bed and get another one, right? Find something that's going to challenge you. Then you have to surround yourself with positive, supportive people who believe in your potential and will challenge you to reach to newer heights. Don't just go and hang with the people that are going to pull you down. And, oh, you're never going to do it. And it's never you. You said that last time. No. You got to find those people are your biggest cheerleaders who are going to push you and support you to get to where you want to be. And remember that failure isn't the end. It's rather a stepping stone. Like I said, it's something that is going to teach you a lesson along the way. So you found, oh, that didn't work. I'm going to find another way so that you eventually find your strategy to success. So you have to learn from your mistakes. You need to adjust your approach, just like if you were coming into a landing strip in your plane and you couldn't go straight because there was something in the way. So you have to just do a little bit of a go around and then come back. Like another plane was taking off, and if you went, you'd crash. So you're like, oh, you just got to go around and do a loop and then come back and land, right? You got to change your approach and just keep pushing forward. Never give up. 10x it every time.
And Oprah says the greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. Boom. It's the mic drop today, people. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. So I would love to know right now, what is really hard for you? What's really challenging for you? What are you seeing as a roadblock right now? And what is your current attitude about that? What is your current attitude about that? Because we were challenged today by Rob Dial. And we had to do this, didn't we? We were like, he's like, you've either got to change your attitude or change your mindset, because not all relationships are everyone else's problem. So what attitude are you bringing to it? Because that changes your future. Profound. Okay, number 2, prioritizing self-care. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Like we all do it, right? Like we can live the 9 to 5. We can live the role of being a mum, of a boss, of being a partner, of being a wife. And it becomes boring. Like it just becomes the mundane. But neglecting our own well-being is actually detrimental to us progressing and achieving success and reaching fulfillment. So taking care of yourself is essential for long-term success and personal development. Like every successful person, regardless of who they are, I guarantee you they have strategies in place, and we've spoken about it before. They exercise, they prioritize things like journaling and meditation so that they can live in the present moment instead of constantly living in the future or reliving the past. So tell us how we can do it.
All right. So you can start by establishing healthy habits that are going to nourish your body and your mind. So some of those are to get enough sleep. It's really important.
That is number 1.
You want to try and get 7 hours plus a night's sleep. You want to eat nutritious meals, real food, not processed, packaged takeaway foods, like real food that came out of the ground, or, natural stuff. Engage in regular physical exercise. Like, your body is designed to move. So move it, give it what it needs, it will give you energy back. Make time for activities that bring you joy and help you to recharge.
Yes.
Now, that can be things like practicing meditation or doing journaling. Maybe you've got a hobby that you love and you just got to set aside some time to do that. You also could be just focused on spending time with people you love, like your best friend, your partner, your sister, your parent, whoever it is, the people that you really love being around. And remember that self-care is not selfish. It's an investment in your overall well-being, right?
It so is.
It's like filling your cup. Instead of relying on other people to fill your cup for you and then getting mad because you're feeling run down, that's your responsibility to take care of you.
And old Tony Robbins, he says, taking care of yourself is the most powerful way to begin to take care of others. So for all those people that love to give back, to all the mums that are out there, to all the wives and husbands out there, to all the parents out there, to all of those people that are always giving, taking care of yourself first is the most powerful way to begin to take care of others. You can't give from an empty cup.
No.
We've tried several times.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3, continuous learning. One of the most effective ways to level up your life is to never stop learning. Now, remember I said to you right at the beginning of the podcast, I hope that I'm going to be a lifelong learner. Like, I'm learning and investing more time and energy into learning than I did when I was at school. I bet you if my mum was listening to this, she was like, I told you. Like, I bet you that's going to be, right? She's going to be that person. If only you listen at school. Yeah, but it wasn't interesting back then, was it? Seek out new knowledge. Like, go and acquire new skills. And I really encourage you to stay curious about not only your world, but other people's worlds so that you can expand your thinking. So how do you do that?
Right.
How do you do it?
You can read books. So just opening up your mind to other things by reading books and listening to podcasts like this one, right? Taking
let's just take a moment. youarethebomb.com, because you are an example of how to do this. By just listening or watching this podcast right now, you are applying that principle right now.
You are learning.
Never stop learning. Beautiful. So if you've subscribed to this YouTube channel, high five. Yes, like a go you. And if you haven't, it's okay, because we'll do it
now.
Do it.
Now, the other thing is you can do courses. You might take online courses. Maybe you attend workshops, like Ursh runs workshops like full moon ceremonies and workshops on setting up like the Crush It program. So workshops to help you to develop.
Retreats.
Oh my gosh, yes. Conferences and seminars, retreats. Like, we're literally looking at doing one in Bali next year. So if you're interested, start saving now.
We were going to do it this year, but there's a reason that we didn't do it this year. And we'll share that at a later podcast. But probably by the time you watch this, we're actually in Bali sussing out the retreat. Like, what? Like,
so just start saving now. Like, just start saving. So when the time comes, you don't like, all right. But it could be anything that basically surrounded by people who are able to teach you things that you don't already know. And you can do it for free through books and through, you might be able to find stuff on YouTube. You can watch podcasts. Those are free options.
Any coaching courses. Like, I'm on a course pretty much every month.
Always.
Like, I just love it. Like, I invest so much time into learning. I just love it. It just lights me up.
And then the other thing to do is surround yourself with people who inspire you and who can offer valuable insights. So hanging around someone like Ursh, who does all this personal development stuff, you just, by osmosis, you start learning, right? So Ursh spends hours and hours and hours on courses, on the computer, in coaching sessions. I have learned so much through conversations and learning and sharing and, insights that Ursh has given to me outside of courses that I've been on and stuff that I've done.
So much so now that when a coaching course comes up, like, Sam will be on there checking out emails and she'll be like, blah, 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 it's got a course coming. I'm like, oh yeah, no. She's like, babe, I think we need to do this one. I'm like, but babe, we did that one last year. Like, we've just, like, this is legit what happened, right? And I'm trying to think.
Wasn't it?
I'm trying to think. It was Tony Robbins, but I can't think of it. Unleash the Power Within. UPW. And we've done UPW twice. And then if you haven't done it, it's a fantastic course, by the way. And I was like, oh, she's like, babe, we haven't done it this year. And I was like, well, we did it last year and we did it the year before. She's like, we need to level up. Like, we're not going to get left behind. And I was like, but we've already done that. We've applied the principle. She said, and look how much we grew. I've already signed up for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, instead of me going, babe, do you think we should do this? And I tried to sell it to her in the past, like, we're going to get this out of it and we're going to get this out. She did her first Tony Robbins, and that changed the trajectory of your life.
I still wear this necklace, which says step up on it.
Amazing. This is why we run the intention workshops. We run intention workshops where everyone gets to stamp who they want to become. Like, it's amazing. So that's because of all of these courses that we've invested time and money into, because we want to keep leveling up. And we, like if we drive anywhere, like we've had property down the line, and when we were doing renos down there's 2 hours down there, 2 hours, but we don't listen to music. I'm like downloading audio. Well, look, that's like an audio book on the way down and an audio book on the way back. That's like 4 podcasts on the way down. There's like online courses, online webinars. And I'll be like, babe, are you okay that we're doing all this? She's like, yes. And I'm like, that's what I love about my wife. She's got such an amazing growth mindset. She never, ever stops me living my passion and my dreams. In fact, she encourages it. She's like, what book are we going to download today?
What are we listening today on the way up to the farm, hun?
Isn't that exciting? Like, to know that you are aligning with people that want to also share in a growth mindset, because not everybody is open to that. Like, I'm not saying don't stop listening to music. What I'm saying is what you're feeding your brain will show up in how you live your life in the next 2 to 5 years. And Burchard.
Yeah, Brenda.
We've got to say Burchard today. You've got to tell us about Burchard. He's the man.
Brendon Burchard is incredible.
Oh, yes.
But one of his quotes is, he says that the most successful people that he knows are lifetime learners.
Of course he does.
Right?
Of course he does, Sam. Because that's why and who I got the quote from. That's why I always say I'm a lifelong learner, don't I?
And basically, they're continuously investing in their own education. And I think that so many of us have got a negative association with education because of our experiences in school. And so you find you get to the end of it and it's done. And they have this feeling that, well, I finished, I don't know, grade 10, that's done. And now I'll do it grade 11. Now that's done. Now I'm finished school. That's done. I never have to do it again. But this is a different type of education. This is educating you on being a better human, on living your best life, on loving who you are and being able to love people around you more, versus knowing who died when in history. Like, who cares, right? Or how you spell something. Like, if I spell Brendon Burchard with an A instead of an E, no one is going to have a catastrophe about it. It makes no difference in the planet.
No, but some people will.
Oh, they might, but it's really going to make no difference in the world, right? It's not going to make a difference.
Yes.
But what is going to make a difference is the information that I learned from him, which is going to change my life. So if you do have a negative association with learning through your experience through school, try not to think of it as the same sort of learning. This is you upskilling, up-leveling your life versus passing an exam.
So just to recap, what were our 3 valuable tools today?
Number 1,
cultivating a growth mindset. Number 2, prioritizing self-care. And number 3, continuously learning or lifelong learner. So there you have it. 3 powerful ways to level up your life. Cultivating a growth mindset, prioritizing self-care, and embracing continuous learning. Remember though, personal growth is a lifelong journey. It's not an overnighter. Don't be the overnighters, right? It's not gonna transform your life just like that. Although there will be certain podcasts or certain trainings that you do that change the trajectory of your life. But you've got to be on that bus the whole way. You don't just want to get off at the first stop, because there's so many exciting stops and people and adventures and experiences and opportunities on that bus. Don't get off at the first stop. There's so much more to life than just go, oh, that's it. No, we don't want that. When we incorporate these strategies into our life will change exponentially by just applying those 3 simple principles. How do we know that? Because that's how we live our life. That's what's changed our life, and we wanted to share those with you today. So we hope that you found these strategies valuable. They're very simple and they're actionable. Remember, it's never, ever, 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 ever too late to start leveling up your life. Because if not now, then when? Like, life's going to happen with or without you, baby. So you might as well make it with you so that you can own all of your whole entire dreams. Like, own them. Don't give them away. They're way too valuable. So start leveling up. Use the 3 principles. Go forth. Go forth. Create your life by design. Live your best life and inspire other people around you to do the same. What are they going to do?
Sprinkle some love, sprinkle some energy, sprinkle some greatness onto those people around you, because you don't know who out there needs a little bit of your energy today.
Until next week, everyone, have a phenomenal week. If you loved this episode today, like if you loved it, even if you just liked it a little bit, that would help. We would love to ask you a huge favor. Can you please, 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 a million times, please, subscribe to our channel.
Push the button below. Just push it now before you forget. Just go push it.
You can do it.
Because not only will you never miss an episode ever again,
Never.
You'll always be there, but then you'll also help other people find us, because the more people that watch us, the more people that will get our message, and then more people will be part of our podcast. Wouldn't that be awesome?
And we can't not see you and hear you every week, can we? We just can't. So just do it. Just do it.
Just push the button.
Eat the frog. Do it now.
It's right down there.
Go do it for us. That'll be like the best present you could ever give us. Thank you.
Bye.